What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony, AJ, Big Femi, Joshua. He states from a comeback curriculum video, he states that no cruiserweight is beating me. And it was, let me counterpunch. Okay, because this was an interesting statement that I read. And a lot of times when you're dealing with weight classes are to be respected. No doubt about it. There's a reason why there's weight classes. There's a reason why people shouldn't go up. There's a reason why people should go up. And in this situation for Alexander Usyk, yes, he was a cruiserweight champion and he's known for a cruiserweight champion, but I don't think he's respected as an overall fighter. Okay, for one, because he was at cruiserweight, he hasn't earned the stripes through the eyes of many fans on top of fighters that are in the heavyweights, i.e. White, i.e. Wilder. They've said similar things about Usyk. Okay, now Anthony is appearingly starting to follow that cab, like, yo, no cruiserweight's beating me. Like, are you kidding me? He's a smaller guy. This smaller guy is not beating me. Okay, and let me counterpunch. For one, people forget that just because you fought in a weight class doesn't mean that you were only in that weight class. Professionally, Alexander Usyk is a cruiserweight, or was a cruiserweight. Okay, fair to say. But he fought in his amateur as a heavyweight. Okay, we have to remember that. He fought as an amateur as a heavyweight. He won the Olympic gold as a heavyweight. Anthony Joshua was above heavyweight, super heavyweight they called it, or above heavyweight. All right, so let's make that known. So it's not the fact that, hey, he's looking at it. I think Joshua's looking at this all wrong. You're looking at it as a guy that's accustomed to beating guys that are smaller than him. Sure, I get that. But in the same token, you have to respect that man as a heavyweight when he won his highest accomplishment at heavyweight. See, again, people, I have to remind you, Alexander Usyk, according to him, according to his country and his people, in the Ukraine, the Ukrainians, they look at the Olympics. If you win the Olympic gold, that is the pinnacle. That's higher than any professional thing that you can do, because that's all really about money. The Olympics is about pride and competition, and the honor of winning something that high. So the Olympics is there. Even Vladimir Klitschko himself wanted to compete back in the amateurs. That's how important it was, okay? That's how important the Olympics was to them, all right? So the Ukrainians, they look at the Olympics as the highest, all right? So he was a heavyweight in the highest part of his career, or in his life, during his amateur career. That was the highest. The amateurs is the foundation. So his foundation is heavyweight, okay? So I have to remind people of that, because people forget that easy. We as Americans, or maybe in the UK, we're looking at that opposite. Like, nah, amateurs is just where you started, not where not the top. You get your stripes and your true honor when you go into the pros. But the Ukrainians don't have that mindset. But he was fighting at heavyweight when he won the Olympic gold. All right. The same year that Anthony Joshua won the super heavyweight Olympic gold. So just letting you guys know that. And I think that the worst thing that Joshua could ever do is, because based on the way he's speaking, he's coming off like, hey, this little dude ain't beat me. And I don't think that he's not taking him seriously. I don't think that, because I think he respects the mindset. But then I think there is some overconfidence in what Joshua was saying by what I've just read here. No cruiserweight is beating me. Right? So that depends on who you're fighting, and that depends on what that person does. If that man is 230 pounds, which I have some good footage of Alexander Usyk coming soon later today, so stay tuned for that. It shows you that this man is no longer a cruiserweight. He's fought twice at that particular weight. And what's going to happen, guys like Usyk, guys like Crawford, they're going to have to show these guys by blunt force, speed, skill, and whatever they have in their arsenal to show them that they belong in the heavyweight division. And the last thing AJ wants to do is overlook this guy with overconfidence because this guy was a cruiserweight, because this guy wasn't fighting as a heavyweight. Okay? And the kryptonite for someone like Joshua is, hey, I wanted this huge fight that never happened. He just had an interview last week, or was it early last week, of him talking about whose fault it was. He was this, Tyson Fury was that, and I wanted this fight. We were all set to go. We was ready, this, that. But still, that reminds me of what happened 2 years ago with Wilder. I want Wilder. I'm here for Wilder. Let's sit down and talk about Wilder. Meanwhile, you didn't have an opponent. You should have been focusing on the opponent at hand, Andy Ruiz, the guy that was smiling. Can I hold your belts? And he's just fucking letting him hold the belts, which is a taboo, right? And look what happened to him. So I think Joshua needs to focus more on Alexander Usyk. And I think, I hope he comes prepared, because one thing we have seen Joshua do has become misdirected. Okay? But that's my take on Anthony Joshua. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua stating that no cruiserweight is beating me. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.